13 years and counting. I don't know when we are going to win at NP. Teams that wants to win Premier League, they have to produce a result. I'm not saying it's very early, I understand, but you have to show some character. And I think the start to the game was absolutely starting Marino instead of Eze or somebody else who could have changed the game. I mean, in number 10 position, you are starting somebody who is a proper CM or CDM kind of a role who has played. He has played as a striker also, but I mean, what kind of a tactics are these?
Mo, absolutely. 13 years, and like you rightly said, the wait continues. I think even if you see when we kicked off the ball in the first half, Declan Rice went straight for the left corner. I don't know what was the tactics there in order to just give the ball them, just give them back the ball. But overall, one thing I like that there was a lot of calmness when we were playing at Enfield. There was no there was no recklessness. I know a couple of David Raya instances, but there was overall a little calmness. We defensively the structure was solid, but then again, I think we lacked some flair. We lacked some offensive intentions in the game,
If you're going
and
at going to Enfield with the intention of either getting a draw out of the game, or just playing defensively so that you don't lose the point, 3 points. This is what happens. One magic moment, as Arteta said. These are the
yeah,
magic moments. But what were we waiting for? When you start Marino, you clearly show that you are not on the attacking mode. And I
yeah,
understand how difficult it is on at Enfield, but why do you want to start as a had all the Premier League experience? Vaneri has been playing with the team for such a long time, and still you are not starting them. Then why have you bought them? I mean,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
get it.
Yeah, no more. I get where you're coming from. I think the only reason as it didn't start from in defense of Mikel is that he hasn't had as many training sessions with the team as Mikel would like for somebody to start at Enfield. On number two, maybe Marino was well versed with the defensive structure, and he can, because if you see at the start of the game, Victor Gyökeres and Marino were pressing both the center backs of Liverpool, and Declan was falling a little behind them. And then, there was a midfield three where Gabby Martinelli was tucking in at times. I think it was all set up so that, this structure can survive the game. But were their intentions to win? It didn't really look like.
That's
Were
what I'm
Liverpool
asking.
there for taking? I think so. They were there for taking. We should have gone for somebody with more, who can have more influence in attacking third. But then again, we risk leaking goals, and maybe Mikel didn't want us to leak goals, and which could put us on a back foot in an atmosphere which is generated at Anfield.
I'll just share some stats with you for the game.
Yeah, Mo.
11
You are the
shots.
stats man today.
11 shots. Shot on target, one.
One.
The one that
That too,
Madueke deflected.
Madueke
But
has.
yeah. What about what was happening from the left wing? What was happening from the center of the pitch? If you are not going to have a creative player in the center, how you are going to create the chances? Is my
Yeah.
simple question. Why you are not starting? Okay, Eze is new to the system. Vaneri,
Vaneri could have started. Yeah, Vaneri could have started. Maybe
my only question is the intention to go there and win the game should be there. The
should be
intention,
there.
what I felt, my personal opinion is,
Mm.
what I felt was the intention was just to go there and secure a point if we are not going to win the game.
All right, all right. Mo, I hear where you're coming from, and lot of traces of that we saw in the game as well. But I think but I think Mikel thought that it's very important to ensure that flawless football which Liverpool plays is blocked at all times, especially at the start of the game. Hence, he went with this structure where Marino was pressing along with Victor Gyökeres, Martin Lee tucking in midfield. But you said that Noni was doing a lot, I think, on right. I think Noni was having a bright
Not was
game, to
doing
be
what he
honest.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then again, there were instances where Martinelli could have done better, and he didn't do better.
absolutely.
Offensively, I think defensively, he was there, he was working, and, he was uh, picking pockets of players of Liverpool. But then again, Martinelli could have done better when he got the chance on the left side. There were certain moments the decision making wasn't proper from his end. He held the ball too long. So overall, I know it's not the game we wanted to lose, and this happens. But it's it's very very sad that we are losing it, and now there is no football for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and see, I don't know about anything other than like It's my personal opinion, and I totally
Yeah, yeah, of
understand
course, man.
what
Yeah, yeah.
Arteta wanted to do. He did. Even if you started Marino, you had a first half where you controlled the game.
Yeah,
Put Eze on in the second half. Put somebody else 180. I'm
yeah,
saying if you see uh, Martinelli is not being able to produce any kind of a result in attack, then what are you going to do? Where is that change? Where is that confidence that I can change the game? Where is
yeah.
that
I think
intention of I can?
absolutely, Mo. I think you have hit the nail here. I think if you see the first half, we there were patches where we were much more calmer. We had the game in our control, even though there we had a little less possession than Liverpool. But I think something happened in the halftime. The certain tweaks were made by Arne Slot, and we while we went with the same kind of intention, same kind of formation, same kind of structure, and that's when Liverpool started to dominate the game. And I think you're absolutely bang on when you say why wasn't Eze brought on a little earlier? I think at
70th
60th
minute.
minute he could have brought
Yeah,
70 was too late for him to come and have an impact
yeah.
in the game.
And if you saw uh, when he came on the pitch, he was able to produce some moments.
Some
If you're
moment,
going
yeah,
to give them 20 minutes, out of the 20 minutes, you only get 12 minutes of play, in which he showed that he can.
yeah,
I'm not saying Eze is going to be your key to everything. No. But why have you invested that kind of a money in a player if you don't have the confidence to start that player?
yeah,
Why there is no intention to just go to Anfield and say that, okay, we might lose, but what if we win? It's been
yeah,
13 years. How long do you want to just continue with that? It's the hardest place to go and get a win. I understand it. But why
absolutely.
couldn't we do that? Why the
Um,
intention is not there?
that's a very difficult question to answer. But what I think is that I think not starting the game with Eze, I think it was still fine. Maybe he should have subbed him on a little earlier because giving him just 20 or plus odd minutes is too less for him to have an impact in the game. Maybe he could have come in around 55th or 60th minute. I think 70 was way too late to make that change. And then, yeah, I genuinely don't know what to make of this game and what was Mikel thinking. I think he could have done little better, especially in the second half. I think Arne Slot had an upper hand on him in the second half. He made certain tweaks in the system, and I think Szoboszlai started to get more in the midfield area in second half, and that's when they started. They crowded the midfield more. They were able to overnumber our midfield, and that's when you saw that they were able to get more passes attached in midfield, the Liverpool players, once the Dom Shops started getting on the ball more in the second half.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
mean,
apart from,
Liverpool did what they had to do.
they did
Like they
what they
had
had to
three
do to
shots on
win, I think,
target.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, they
they,
had three
they
shots
got
on
that
target.
magic
Put it high.
moment. They got that magic moment once they started showing that intention.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
After a certain point of time in the second half, they started going
yeah,
hard on it. They started
yeah,
putting pressure on the players. And I'm saying if you don't have that capacity to go there and play your own game, do you think even if you just look at the Manchester United game, the first game of the season, we were not good. We just scrapped that win. So if
yeah,
you're going to Enfield and thinking that okay, we can get this 1 point maybe, or if we'll be lucky, we'll get 3 points. The intention is there to get the 3 points. But if you are just
yeah,
going there with the second thought that okay, if not the win, we can get 1 point. I mean, I don't understand. I totally don't understand. I think we have a team now, even without Saka. We had Odegaard. He could have subbed Odegaard at 45th minute after halftime. If he was able to play 20 minutes, he could have played for 45 minutes. Or
yeah,
I don't know, but going with Merino, starting the game with Merino just clearly shows that you are not going there to win. You are just
yeah.
going there to defend first, and if you get a chance, then you attack.
Yeah, and you saw that Mo Marino defensively in defensive structure was very good, but you saw there were instances when he didn't release the ball earlier. You saw in first
Exactly.
half even Timber gave him a slight reaction when he didn't release Timber earlier and waited. He Timber made a run. He didn't release the ball on time, and then Timber was offside. Then he came back onside. Then he gave him the ball while he was
Because he's
standing
not a
still.
natural
He,
number 10. It's as simple as that.
yeah,
He's not
yeah,
an
yeah.
attacking midfielder,
And I
right?
think everybody, you and I also know that Mikel
Yeah, that's what
Merino
I'm
is
talking.
slow in attacking third, right? And
Yeah.
then
And he's slow
when he,
otherwise also. He's good.
yeah,
He has produced a goal. He was He has produced goals when we needed it. All good. But if
Yeah,
you're going to Enfield, you need players who can make an impact.
yeah.
And he's not a player who can make an impact. I
Yeah,
mean,
especially offensively, if we have the options, we should ideally use them. And that's what the champ. Look, Pep Guardiola's team and Jurgen Klopp's team went head to head for a very long period, and not even once did Pep Guardiola decided to go with an intention with the sort of a pragmatic approach. He never did that. There were goals galore. You saw that all the time when Liverpool and City met, and I think Mikel should have probably gone with the same intention, because this Liverpool team has been leaking goals till now. And suddenly
yeah,
they leaked goals against 10 men Newcastle as well. So suddenly to say that they are, suddenly to go so
defensively
pragmatic
solid.
with them, it makes no sense. It makes
No,
it.
I,
I
I,
I don't know what he was thinking, and it happens. I know it happens. It's one game. It's too early in the season, third game. But then again, this time you had an opportunity to actually punish them, and
yeah,
we
yeah,
didn't
especially
didn't
without
grab
their
the,
right back,
and
without
what
their
are we
proper.
scared of? And I don't get it. What are we scared of? We have
That's what
finished
I'm
second
saying.
3 seasons in a row. Now what are we scared of?
You lost the
Finishing
points.
second again.
No, you lost the points any which way. So you can go
Yeah,
there and say that we'll try to win the game. So I'm not
yeah.
going to go with Marino. Probably I'll go with the attacking mindset. The mindset is not there. Then what are we expecting? And
All
then
right, mom. I
Saliba
know.
got injured, and I don't. I think Mosquera did pretty good.
He
So
is my man
I
of the
don't.
match. He is my man of the match.
Yeah.
Mosquera is
So
my
he did.
man of the match.
You
For
put him in
Arsenal,
the
for
on.
Arsenal, for Arsenal, for
Yeah.
Arsenal,
You
not
put him
for
on the
the
field
entire game.
for the entire almost 75 minutes or so, and then he does his job. So
Yeah.
there's nothing that he has done wrong. But if they're not going to be players who are going to create the chances, Gyökeres was just running around
Yeah,
after the
because
ball.
he
I
had
mean,
no
what?
supply. When he I think I think Jokeres had a good game. Whenever little opportunities he had, he had held the ball well. He tried to bring
You are
people
right.
in.
You are right.
Yeah,
He had a good game, but what's the point of a striker if he's not going to get the supply from the midfielder? And
supply.
if
Yeah,
midfielder all the midfielders are going to just defend the ball,
yeah,
then you are just going to sit there. So I
yeah.
think for me,
Exactly.
I think Arteta could have done better in terms of picking starting 11 or changing the
Yeah,
tactics half time. But yep,
yeah. Here
along
we are, Mo.
not
Here we
too long.
are.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. It's a long season. It's going to be a long season, so probably
Yeah,
we can just learn from this, and hopefully we are going to get better with time. But yep, not a good night for Arsenal and Arsenal fans, and yeah, let's hope Saliba is not injured for a long time.
yeah, yeah. So what do you think about Zubamendi's performance? I think when he had the ball, he was good, but I think you saw patches in which Zubamendi was also a little exposed. Which were his weaknesses? His weaknesses were exposed when he was going into duels, when he had to put his body on the line. So there were moments when Zubamendi was also a little exposed. I loved him on the ball, the way he was rotating the ball whenever he got the opportunity with his right foot, left foot. But I think but then again, that's what happens when you don't try to dominate. Because have you got a Zubamendi to defend? No, you've got Zubamendi to play the ball forward. When you don't have those players to play the ball forward, how will you get the best out of Zubamendi?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
all
absolutely.
these things he has, I think Mikel needs to probably
Work it out. Yeah,
work it out. Look, like of course work it out. And I don't know why now we have got the attacking force. Our defense is so solid. Our keeper is good. Our team is so well drilled. So maybe adding bit of flair in games away to Enfield wouldn't have harmed anyone. And I think this game would have been much more open. And if it would have been much more open, we would have had better chances, because our defense is better than Liverpool's defense. But we let Liverpool's defense keep a clean sheet. Bournemouth scored two here.
yeah. So did
Magpies
yeah,
with 10 men scored twice. And are
yeah,
you
yeah.
joking me that we couldn't create one clear chance? There wasn't a clear
Yeah.
chance created more. Like set piece after set piece after set piece. Like how much reliant are we on set piece? Come on, yeah, we are
Eight,
going to
eight corners. Eight
it,
corners. And what happened? Nothing. The day we are not
nothing.
scoring from the corners, then what are we doing?
Absolutely more. Exactly my point. And teams who challenge for title don't rely merely on set pieces. And
That could
so
be one of your
I'm
Arsenal.
bit of,
That that could be one of the weapon in your Arsenal. But you can't just
yeah, yeah.
rely completely on corners. So I don't know. I mean, I know I'm a bit furious, but yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hope
yeah.
they'll do a better
It's
job when picking your 11.
absolutely, Mo. I think it's a very very sad result. Difficult couple of weeks for us. Liverpool, we could have done better, should have done better. Mikel should have done slightly more aggressive on his approach. But then
Yeah.
again, early times in the season, we back the team as we always do. But I am now a little worried only because we like I don't know how hard is Saliba, is it difficult or impactful is Saliba's injury, but I read somewhere that he was injured in warm up and then he chose to play maybe, but that's fine. Happy that Christian Mosquera could come in and he actually looked like another Saliba, to be honest.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, when your team is not producing the chances, there's nothing much defenders can do. And if you see for the
No,
97th minutes, defenders did their job. Other than that,
they did their job. Yeah,
free
yeah.
kick which
They got
nobody could
beaten by
defend.
a worldly, so they can't do
Yeah.
much
So
about it.
yeah. Anyway,
Mo,
I guess
Mo,
we'll get. Yeah.
last thing. You know what we missed today? I think we missed Ben White. I think we
Could
missed
be.
Ben White. I think we missed your Ben White. So yeah,
Yeah,
but
I don't know, man. All I know is we missed the intention to go there
then
and get those three
absolutely
points by
more. That
winning the
was on
game.
a lighter note. Yeah,
But
absolutely more.
that's the only thing. That's my conclusion.
Yeah.
That the intention
So
was
this
not there
one
when
is
you
on
put
Arteta,
Coutinho.
not on the boys. This defeat is on Arteta, not on the boys, right?
The boys are going to do what they're supposed to do. You put somebody who's a creative player. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Ness, hopefully after the international break, we'll come back stronger. Thanks for the chat and hope you can sleep better after this loss,
I
which
think
is
I'll
going to be
need
difficult.
some. Yeah. 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 It's gonna be
Yeah,
difficult.
you need some
You too, Mo.
meditation. So
Take care.
so do I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hope
All right.
Saliba is
Good
fit,
night.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Good night.